Okay, so you've shared some fascinating information with us about these trust badges. The Consumer Trust Award, Google Guarantee, that sort of thing. Even AI overviews popping up.
Trying to offer some reassurance.
Right. But what really jumped out at me, and I think for our listeners too, is the question, why do we need these? Why have they become so, well, necessary?
That's exactly what we want to explore today. It's sort of the mission for this deep dive, really. Understanding the backstory.
Because it feels like these badges didn't just appear out of nowhere. They're a response to something.
Precisely. And that something seems to be a pretty widespread level of frustration people feel. Your own examples really highlighted that.
Yeah, some of those stories, the sprinkler system disaster or the landscapers laying sod directly onto rocks, you just shake your head.
Exactly. Those aren't just like one-off bad days.
Yeah.
They point to a bigger issue, right? A kind of trust deficit.
A trust deficit, that nails it. And looking through the experiences people shared, it's like a greatest hits of consumer headaches.
Definitely. You see themes pop up. Home renovations are a big one. People mentioned, cabinets half installed for months, missing tiles.
Yeah, the project just drags on and
Yeah.
communication drops off. It's infuriating.
Or plumbing. You mentioned that simple leak turning into a full-on bathroom flood.
Yeah.
Just basic competence sometimes feels missing.
Or the opposite, feeling like you're constantly being upsold. Someone shared just wanting a plumber who fixes the leak. No pressure for a whole system overhaul right then.
Yes. That desire for just straightforward, honest service. And it extends beyond the home stuff, too.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Well, think about auto repairs. Unexpected costs, maybe feeling like work was done that wasn't strictly necessary.
Right, that uncertainty. And landscaping woes seem common too. Uneven patios or that memorable hipster chic two-tone fence someone ended up with. Not quite the vision.
Not quite. And then there are the stories of contractors just vanishing, bailing on a deck project halfway through.
Leaving people high and dry, it's awful. Even smaller things, right? The drywall guy who patches one hole and calls it duh.
Or the electrician who shows up but, oops, doesn't have the right part. It all adds up.
It absolutely does. It leads to this feeling of, well, vulnerability. Like you're rolling the dice every time you hire someone.
Which is precisely why things like the Consumer Trust Award or the Google Guarantee have emerged. They're a direct answer to this widespread feeling.
So they're trying to tackle that trust deficit head on.
Exactly. The whole point is to signal which businesses actually prioritize, integrity, reliability, doing what they say they'll do. Customer satisfaction.
It's like trying to create a shortcut for consumers, a way to filter out the potential bad experiences.
Sort of, yeah. Or at least to highlight the ones actively trying to build that trust. It's about setting a different standard, saying trust isn't just assumed, it has to be earned and, crucially, demonstrated.
Okay, so the existence of these awards, these guarantees, it's actually a pretty positive sign in a way, a step towards restoring some confidence.
I think so. It's a powerful move towards making sure people get the quality service they expect and, frankly, deserve. It acknowledges the problem exists.
So, boiling it down, the need for these badges, these trust signals, stems directly from all those negative experiences, the letdowns, the unreliability that people, like those you shared examples of, have unfortunately faced.
That's the core takeaway. The history created the need.
Which really makes you think, doesn't it? As these trust indicators become more common, how might that change how we all choose services in the future?
That's the provocative thought, isn't it? How will this shape consumer behavior? And what other ways might pop up to, build and maybe even verify that trust even further? Something to definitely mull over.